What's going on? Welcome back to, hopefully you're watching this on YouTube. If you haven't been here before, I'll introduce myself. My name is Daniel. I'm the owner here at Signature Performance Tire and Wheel in Costa Mesa, California. We're based out of Southern California. If you're new to the page, you're going to learn real quick if you go pop around. We do a lot of these HDs. I do try to shoot as many of them as I can. I don't get to shoot all of them for you. But to me, each and every build is specific to the personality and the style of each and every owner. And so it's important to take you, the viewer, down the journey of how did the customer end up with what they picked. A lot of customers call or walk into our retail store and they think they know exactly what they want, normally because they saw it on Instagram or social media, YouTube, wherever it is. What they don't know is the story behind it and how the customer ended up with what that is. And I found a lot of value in taking the time to tell you the story of the customer, how they found us, and in the end, why they're leaving with the product they're leaving. So this is Shane's truck. This is a 2026 2500 HD Denali Ultimate. Beautiful truck if you can't tell, right? Black on black with some beautiful bronze wheels. I'll get into the product in a minute. Now, this is a full build from head to toe, suspension, wheels and tires, shock upgrade, upper control arms, rear airbags, bed cover. So if any of that interests you, paint to match, light, I could go on and on. This is a really nice, fantastic build from top to bottom. If any of those things interest you, this video will tell you why he ended up with those products. So when he came in, he wanted the best ride quality possible. That was easy. We knew exactly where to direct him. But then he asked for a wheel and tire fitment that we don't do with this particular height, right? So what you're looking at, what's different here, is a 20 by 10 wheel. And I'm going to start with that because I think it's very important that a majority of these builds we do are with 20 by 9s. So I want to go into a little bit here of what it takes to fit a 20 by 10. Now, we are not the shop that is going to put you in a position to sacrifice ride quality and drivability to just get as wide a wheel under there as possible. When you're deciding to go to a wider wheel, understand that it requires height to do that. If you're driving straight down the road, it doesn't matter, right? You can put a 14-inch wide wheel in the back, it doesn't matter. What does is turning radius. So the wider you go, the more negative offset you go, the more aggressive backspace as well. You put yourself into a position of more trimming or modification, if it's possible, to make that happen. So this video is unique to our other videos, specifically to the wheel and tire. So we'll start by looking from the front. Okay, you can see the stance. Now, I personally like the stance, but I'm also a guy that's been doing this a long time and understands a lot of modifications are required to make something like this happen. So what we did for suspension to get this 37-inch all tire and 10-inch wide wheel is a 4-inch McGaughys. Now, this particular kit has their optional Reservoir shock. You can get it with the standard shock. We're doing more and more of the Reservoir. Now the Reservoir, the purpose of that is to keep the shock cool. Going down the road, honestly, performance is going to be very similar between a non-Reservoir and a Reservoir. But if you're spending this amount on the kit, how sick does that Reservoir look in the fender? I mean, it just looks bitchin'. I love the Reservoir. They're not much more on the upgrade. So if you're looking to do this kit, the Reservoir is a great option. Then we have the aftermarket McGaughys matching upper control arm. It comes with the billet plates. What it does not include is the billet cap right here. So make sure if you're getting upper control arms that you ask us for the billet caps. If we don't offer them to you, we have those both available in polished or black. The big benefit of the upper control arm is the droop travel. So you can see the space here. I would urge you, if you're new being an HD owner, there's a reason they drive great is this independent front suspension. But when you start modifying the suspension is where you sacrifice ride quality and drivability. So the purpose of my videos is to teach you how to keep that. First thing, take a look at this droop travel. There's a ton here. Everything is in the factory position with this lift kit. I'm going to take you under the truck now and show you. If you look at the angles of the lower control arm, if you look at the angles of the CV axles, the tie rods, everything is extremely flat. And what that does, it allows for the best response and drivability. The cross member is a true 4 inches of lift. The other thing that's really important about this McGaughys kit, which a lot of other manufacturers don't all do, is they don't extend the track width. So if you're looking to do a wide wheel like this truck, I strongly urge you to pick a McGaughys kit, because if you pick another manufacturer's kit that extends the track width even a ½ inch, that's a ½ inch more of turning radius issues you're going to have with fitting that wider wheel. So McGaughys is a great kit. We also take the time to coat and paint a lot of the factory components that are just exposed and rusted. GM does a terrible job leaving those things. And the last thing you want to do is drop your $100,000 truck off to us, have us do your lift, and get it back and see all those exposed components. So we offer that. We do that on pretty much every truck. So now that we've talked about the kit, it's sitting at about 4 to 4.5 inches of lift. We have not cranked the keys. What does that mean? There's a torsion bar that runs parallel here, and at the back there's a key. At the bottom there's a bolt. It is notorious. We see it over and over and over of guys just bringing us their GMs. They go, they ride terrible. I don't understand why. It's very, very obvious why. They just take the bolt, they run it through the sun, right? And then it just rides like a pogo stick. All your suspension is bound up, right? So you have no down travel. It's just a ping pong board. It's really discouraging for guys with such nice trucks. So we like this kit because it gets everything back to the stock position like I showed you. Now, when you get into a place of fitting a 10-inch wide wheel, I want to show you what we've done to do that. And we'll start with the front bumper, okay? So on every one of these kits that we do with 37s, we do a very similar trim here as what you see here. The difference is we had to go slightly more aggressive on the front bumper. Still looks very clean. Not a big deal at all. On the inner felt, we did push that forward, but it still looks stock, right? We trimmed the bottom of the felt there, followed that body line really nicely. It still looks factory. We're really happy with that. Now, on the back side, these trucks come with a really long mud flap. It hangs down about 3 inches. So we sell what we call mud flap deletes. You can either do a 2-piece, meaning it'll do this side and the other side of the vehicle, or a 6-piece, which will also do the back bed. Your choice, either way. These, we pretty much call them required. On a regular 9-inch wide wheel, we don't have to do any trimming to that cap, but with a 10, we had to get in here and trim that. So you can see we trimmed across this line, went down here, and then we had our Fender tieback kit, which sits behind the back felt and pulls the inner fender well backwards. So overall, the trimming is still, I don't want to say very minor, because there's not a lot of room left to trim on this truck. If you were to go to a 12 wide, you can plan on for sure lifting your truck higher, or even in addition to that, having to go to a smaller tire, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing a wide wheel. So with a 10-inch wide wheel, just know there's some extra modifications that are going to be required. Typically an extra hour of labor somewhere in there to make those type of things happen. And you're going to want to be aware in and out of driveways. This thing is very tight in the front. It does fit. I know our customer will be happy. But let me just take you out back here, what we did. So in the rear, it comes with 1 3/4 block kit. Also comes with new U-bolts, and it also comes with the optional shim stack. The shim stacks are 1/4 inch in height. What we like is it really gives us the ability to custom tune, and there goes a customer that we just built his truck. They're 1/4 inch shim stack. So you can do an 1 3/4 block and then add those shim stacks that you'd like to go along with it. This one just has an 1 3/4 block in the back. Sits really nice. It is a little bit nose high, which was required for those 10-inch wide wheels and tires. but I think the Arena wheel looks great on this truck. We also did airbags in the back. This is the AirIQ airbags. They do have 2 airbags per side. If you are looking to do airbags at home, you do not want to buy any other airbag kit. These come assembled out of the box, which is great for installation. The air lines that run across the top are already connected. Direct bolt. There is no cutting or drilling required other than the trimming of this inner liner here. Just trim that liner and they sit nice and tight up in there. We did also opt for the LogIQ airbag system, the air compressor system, as well as the handheld unit. The air compressor system itself is Bluetooth compatible, already comes ready to communicate with an app. I don't like to have just the app. I like the controller. If I let my friend take my truck, I want him to be able to control my airbags. Or if I'm in the boat, she's backing the trailer up, you want to make sure she has the ability to control the airbags. So just something to think about when you're buying the airbags. Just know that the handheld remote is sold separately. We also did a power Rertrax bed cover. This one is the newest version from Rertrax. What's new and different is it has the T-slots along the top. So there is 2 different versions of this cover. So if you plan to run a rack or anything across the bed, make sure you're asking us for the model with the T-slots, and that fits nice and flush. Also, with these rolling bed covers, something to keep in mind, they do take up a small portion of the bed. However, I think Rertrax does the best job. If you look, the canister it's only about 10 inches wide. So rolls in really nicely, still leaves you a good portion of your bed. If you have a short bed, you definitely want to pay attention for that as well. A couple other things we did to this truck that are very minor details, but are something you should consider, is paint to match. The front and rear fenders are both smooth and have been painted to match, gloss black with a clear over them, as well as the door handles. And then to top it off, we did Recon side marker badges. So these are LED. They'll light up the appropriate colors, either amber or white, in all the positions. So hopefully I've given you enough detail on this truck. If I haven't, call Jimmy. He's the one that put this one together for the customer. So Shane should be here to pick up his truck soon. If you got questions, you want to fit a custom wheel and tire fitment, we can help you. You can head over to signatureptw.com or give us a call at 888-680-0060.